Do you need a camera that takes real photos? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, and today I am thrilled to see these new generations of cameras starting being available, because the same company that created the generative AI content, which is Adobe, also created an alliance to certify the photos that are real and not implemented with the AI generative tool. And so, Leica, they are also fond about alliances, and they were the very first one to jump on board and to release a camera which is the M11-P version with the digital certification signature embedded in all the pictures that the camera is taking. Now, the M11-P is no better than the regular M11. I mean, the only real advantage is that it's in the stealth mode, so it wouldn't have the red dot on the front of the camera. So basically, it's looking like a M11 monochrome, plus the Leica logo on the top plate, which is also matte and anti-fingerprint. And then the real advantage versus the regular M11 is that now it has 256 gigs of internal memory versus the 64 in the original M11. Now, this is a good advantage. It's not a reason to purchase the camera, at least it's nice to have, but I wouldn't plug in such an expensive tool into any plug in my life. I would keep using the SD card, but if you have the need, then of course you have internal memory. But this is a different thing, because I saw plenty of reviews talking about the M11-P, and guys, it looks that most of the reviewers focus on having the signature on the picture. So that means that if you will ever go to an appeal to court because someone stole and used your photo without paying the right usage rights, then you can prove it was your photos. But in my humble opinion, the point here is much bigger than that. So we are assisting to the birth of the very first Terminator. And so AI, we all know it will eventually take over the photography sector, because all the new cameras are also convenient. They have plenty of features implemented to help you. But for us, Leica shooters, we keep on manual focusing. We keep on having our manual dials on top of cameras, and this is exactly how we like it. And so this new digital signature in the M11-P, it's like giving birth to the very first Terminator, because with that camera, you can prove that the photo you have taken has not been manipulated in post by the AI. And so, assuming that eventually all the cameras and all the smartphones in the future will have this digital signature certification to prove what is true and what is not, that will eventually become the same thing as the fake news and the real news. And so people my generation, meaning people who were born in the former century, when you tell them something, they ask you, what is your source? Why are you doing that? Is it fact-based? Any news, we want to double-check the source and see if it's true or not. And so eventually this thing will happen also with photography. So when you're snapping a picture of the recital of your son and all the kindergarteners up there on stage, and you see the Pope blessing them, then eventually you might prove that that Pope was added by the AI content generative tool. And then if you take the original picture, you will see that it was just a bunch of kiddos playing in art. This is the least important point to me. The most important thing is that this M11-P is such a great camera. It is capable of great photos. It is absolutely comparable to the original M11. As a matter of fact, it is the same camera. The only difference that I was able to spot when I was down at my mother and I was playing with them both was that the shutter sound is a bit different from one to another. It looks like, at least in my humble opinion, it sounded like the M11 original was a bit muffled compared to the M11-P that has some more vibrance in the tone of the shutter. But apart from that, ideally it's the same camera and it's the same shutter and it's the same sensor, and so you will take exactly the same photos. So when you're out there with the money in your hand, and you are evaluating all the pros and cons, M11P is more beautiful, in my opinion, because it's in this stealth mode. And honestly, the M11 was not such a beautiful camera. It was much more appealing, the M10 design, to me. But this is just my personal opinion, guys. So don't take it into consideration when you purchase your brand new M11. Just think if you want to go for the full red dot version, or with the stealth mode, or if you need the monochrome and this digital signature. Honestly, I don't see any value added in it. Maybe in future it will, so we can prove what photos are real and what photos are not, similarly to the news and the fake news and stuff. But at this very moment, this is just a brand new alliance that Leica joined after the M-mount alliance, after the L2 technology with Panasonic, and now they have also this digital signature within the metadata of each file for you to play with, assuming you're using Adobe softwares, because the other softwares still don't have this chance. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on your social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any videos that I guess. I will see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.